Yeah, never.
Never.
Okay. All right. Kicking
Should
off at the
which should
World Championships of Warhammer.
probably be on us. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think because
No.
they're already starting.
Oh, they are starting.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
we should
already
just
starting.
go.
All right.
Yeah, World Championships of Warhammer. We are live right now for What the Hex. Uh, doing a very last minute stream here. Don't know if anybody is actually listening in.
We're gonna find out.
Might be talking into the void, but that is
I
A-okay
mean,
for tonight.
it's just like a podcast.
It's
talking into the
Yeah,
void.
I mean, that's what we do all the time.
That's right.
This is just live podcasting, folks.
I think we should probably say who these voices are that are screaming out into the
well,
ether.
you know, if you don't recognize these voices from your very normal podcasts that you like to listen to all the time between Battle Mallet and What the Hex, we've got Phil from What the Hex. We've
Yep.
got Jared from Battle Mallet.
Yep, we're here.
And we're here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we are getting ready for a match for a painted warband between Fish from Spent Glory and Brian from What the Hex. We've got his headsman against what I believe are Emberwatch.
Yeah,
And
spicy.
should be a pretty fun match here. We are getting ready. We got the pink suitcase ready to go. All the old warbands that have been won in previous matches. This is the 4th edition of this, I believe.
Third pink slip match.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That is
Getting called out by Fish.
That is rough.
Fish is saying somebody chickened out last year. So this
Yeah,
is,
I don't know who that was.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, neither was I.
I get the feeling it's targeting at Davey, but he's giving me a look here. Come say hi to the folks, Davey. We have Davey here with us.
It's yeah.
All
nothing
lies,
is
Davey
true.
says. You never really know what you're gonna get when you have Fish in the pod over here. All right, we have a shake.
Is that a legal board? It feels like there's an extra hex on that board.
Yeah, Brian, we have a note that there's an extra hex on your board. I don't think we can play with that board.
Do we need to call a judge?
I believe we need a judge. Judge. Anyway.
It's legit.
We got it. We got a judge call.
We got it. Legit.
Off-screen
legit
judge calling it legit.
We have a few choices here.
All right. So who are we rooting for here, Phil? forget players. It's really about the warbands. Let's be honest. That's what we play Warhammer Underworlds for.
That's
it's
fair.
not for Brian or Fish. It's for
I do feel like
Sandire or Headsman.
I have certainly seen the Headsman do a lot of work, and I would love to see some pretty spectacular play from the Emberwatch, but we will have to wait and see what happens here.
Oh, look at that!
A Spent Glory sticker has entered the field,
just slapping it down,
representing, making it known, marking his territory.
That's right.
All right. I am aware. Oh. All right. We have a crit to a single. Fish has won the roll. Let's see what he decides to choose.
Some trepidation happening at the table here. I think having 2 boards to choose from definitely broadens the decision tree when it comes to Warhammer Underworlds at this point.
By at least a factor of 2, right? I
mean, at least.
You got 2 more sides to think about.
Right, 2 more sides and then 2 more rotations of each of those sides.
Perhaps a factor of 4 then.
It could be. Math is hard.
But we are back on the Emberguard board, and we are in a 5s alignment, so a fairly long alignment.
And according to the rules update, Aqua Garanus tokens are not in play when the Emberguard board is chosen.
Correct. As to the FAQ clarification, if you are using the Emberguard boards, we are not to play with Aqua Garanus. So here we go. We get
one dead center.
Dead center choice. So I wonder if that means he's playing Countdown.
Yeah. I don't know. We should fix our players' names here, though.
Way to be much more professional than me, Jared. That is why we have you on the stream.
I'm trying.
Okay, so we are getting deck pairings right now. We know that the Emberwatch are playing Brazing and Rack.
Okay.
I believe that we have Pillage and Deadly Synergy for the for the headsman here, which is a bit of a strange pairing.
All right, so we've got headsman. If I can spell, we got this. Headsman with pillage and what was it?
Pillage and deadly synergy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, very very odd pairing, and not one that you would usually expect to see.
All right, set. Yep, we got that. We're going. We got Brian versus Brian
yeah,
right
we got
now. We're fixing that.
Brian's twice in here, but it'll be good. And
We got
we'll
fish.
we'll have to fix. Yeah, we got fish.
Then we got to fix fish's.
Fish is
Yeah, it's rocking the Ember Watch.
Ember Watch.
Which can I tell you, I still really like the visuals of that warband.
Very much so. There,
Yeah.
I do very much enjoy a three fighter lineup with Stormcast. They always look real good.
Yep. And then remind me the deck pairing.
Blazing Rack.
Blazing Rack. I'm a big fan of this pairing.
I agree. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've actually played it fairly recently with Hrothgorn.
Nice.
But we have some deployment now. We have fairly far forward Scripter, and I couldn't tell you the names of the different Ember Watch fighters.
Farasa up in the front
with her sword right up front, ready to dagger some folks. We got Yarrick. It's Yarrick, right?
Yep. Yarrick.
Yeah.
Yep.
With his crossbow, also fairly aggressive. So we are seeing a plan that appears to be ready to get in everybody's face.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things about the Ember Watch, though, is that you can do this aggressive deployment, but then not be aggressive. Like you could charge onto a feature token and still like get an attack off if that's what your deck is calling for, but not being in like your opponent's territory or being in your opponent's space for them to swing back and chop your head off.
Very much so.
As could be the case here.
With those ranged attacks, you really get a lot of flexibility. All right. So a pretty solid wall there of ghosts.
All right, and then Ardorn, less aggressive at this point than it could be.
Held back slightly, although those are the almost farthest forward positions that he has. We have the roll now. We cannot see.
I think it's
a crit to a hammer, I believe.
Oh, so it looks like.
So Brian has the win here. He gets to choose whether he wants to go first or not.
Let's see what he goes
for. If I was
for.
playing headsman here, I would almost certainly want to pass off first turn and sort of try and be a little more reactive, I think.
I think so.
But he could go ahead with the scripter right away and start trying to mark some fighters.
Yeah, and then it's tough because with pillage, the feature tokens are so important. Being able to get that last activation in a round could mean the difference between scoring and not scoring.
There's a lot of times where if you're playing pillage, you really do want to have sort of that ability to control the positioning, but you have to kind of decide that based on your matchup, because I think when you have a lot of other fighters on the other side, you can, if you go second, you can end up meaning that you lose out on the first couple of hexes right away.
That's true.
So it could slow you down. So I think in this matchup, though, probably fine. Looks like Brian decided to take the first activation, though, so he is going for that attack. As we said, maybe the scripter is just going to start condemning fighters right away.
Yeah. Yep, it could be. Yep. So scripter going into Yarrick.
Few swords. One crit, so there's at least a chance. Needs the block.
I'm going to step off camera and adjust the dice tray.
Yes, Jared is going to go adjust the dice tray just slightly. A little over. I think it's good enough. Hit display button. Yeah, there you go. All right. We have a power card played. It looks like sidestep.
No, we didn't do any coaching on the players to have them put the card that they're playing on
we
the.
did not. Brian should remember, but to be
okay.
fair to Brian and folks, I think that we had we're just off of dinner, so folks have had a few drinks. It's a little hard to get people to remember to do things. We got
okay.
Farasa coming in fairly aggressively into the bearer. It looks like.
Oh, so yeah, definitely that's got to be. Oh yeah, so the sidestep and then the charge.
And we're playing the extra dice ploy from rack. So at this point in the game, this will be for +2 dice. We end up with many successes.
Yeah, that's a crit and 2 swords.
I believe there's no way to prevent this. We're really just rolling to see about over. Oh, but in this case, it's actually going after the sharpener, not after the bearer of the block. Gets stuck in.
Yep.
Nice and easy score, and
That's got to be critical effort.
I believe so.
Yep.
It's a little hard to see the cards for us, but it's a very nice opener for an aggressive game plan.
Yep. All right, so Fish is using his Vanguard dash ability.
So he can reposition.
But Ardorn.
I'm curious if you have. Oh, there we go. I was wondering about why do this now when that sort of opens up Ardorn to being attacked in the reaction, but by playing his fireproof, he is pretty much free to be positioning, and the wielder really can't do much of anything now. So it'll be interesting to see what Brian decides to do in response, because he can only deal 1 damage in his next activation.
Yeah. So at this point, I mean, is Farasa the right target? Potentially get
giving an upgrade to
more condemn
Ardorn,
counters,
which I believe is Hidden Aid. I wasn't
yeah.
quite sure. I
Yep.
think that looked like Hidden Aid, but I'm not 100% sure. If it is Hidden Aid, I think that goes a long way, because both giving a defensive bonus if he tries to move in with a melee attack, which is pretty much all of his most threatening ghosts.
Yep.
But also the aggressive bonus for when he does the crit attack.
So it looks like we've got the bearer.
Bearer of the block swinging. He's
with a crit and a block.
He is not going to make through. Farasa decides to say no, thank you, not today, and turns him away.
Yeah, that sidestep was clutch. I think
It was very good
to be able to have her charge in and inspire.
Yeah. She is. She's a bit stuck right now, though. You know, having already charged, he used his teleport. United Front, so his United fighters get +1 defense in the next round. At the moment, he doesn't have any United fighters, so he would need to find a way. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is with that.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a sidestep in there, or
yeah. Oh, playing Duelist. Okay.
Okay. So it looks like he took United Front back.
United Front was not played because it doesn't have any United fighters. All right, so here we go. I am imagining an attack from Ardorn.
And then with the Duelist.
The Duelist to then be able to reposition after this. He's got 1 hammer.
Hammer.
Just a hammer.
Yep.
So 1 success. He's got a couple dodge here, and he does get it.
Yep.
So the wielder is still safe. Drive back. He can then Duelist.
Interesting.
I wonder if he's trying to reposition towards that objective. For
it may be.
Although with his pairing, I don't think he really cares about objectives, but he could be trying to do the counter.
Yeah, I think that's got to be where he's moving towards at this point.
Yeah, trying to deny the pillage. I believe that's Duelist coming out for the wielder.
Nice. That's could be useful.
Yeah, for sure. The wielder really doesn't want to have to charge if he doesn't have to, and Duelist goes a long way to giving you some more action economy. Third activation,
right,
yep.
Charging.
And as we maybe expected, a United now wielder coming in after Farasa. Pretty big roll here.
Okay, you got to wonder what Brian's thinking about here.
Yeah.
He have power cards in his hand that could
All right,
matter.
two successes because of United.
Yep.
One crit, so he will get to do stand fast, reducing the damage. That hurts.
Yep. And
Duelist
duelist
helps,
Yep.
so you can grab the token. With 5 health on each of these Stormcast, having that damage reduction really goes a long way, because that now means he probably needs to hit her twice more.
In this round for sure.
Yeah. Goes for the delve, which is likely for scoring purposes, but now that means he is somewhat vulnerable with his wielder.
Yep.
2 dodge. Yeah, and the healing potion.
Healing potion.
Oh man, taking some more of that damage away is really putting Brian in a bit of a spot. He is United
so
now.
Now we've got United front.
Yeah, so he'll get the +1 defense dice. Puts the ghosts up to either 2 or 3 dodge, depending on which one. So probably buys him a little time here, but Ardorn feels very well positioned.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this point, you got to wonder: is Ardorn the next activation since the wielder has charged?
Very well could be that he goes with the Auric charge instead here to just further his positioning on the board. Just try and pull him in, but with the extreme range that he's got. All right. So we move up and deny some tokens.
Yep.
Will he choose to target though?
So yeah.
Shooting at the scriptor. Now this could be a plan for the future, because if he is thinking about, I want to be able to take, I believe that is a crit success. So Ardorn's shot is going through.
Let's see.
But I think for the planning for the future is likely that he's thinking, if I can take out the scriptor early, he won't be able to mark any more fighters.
Yes.
Yep. And that can make inspiring very difficult.
Yeah, so remind me, so the different ways that you can get a condemned counter out.
I believe it is just the attack, or you have to be within a certain range of the scriptor at the beginning of the round. So if the scriptor is dead, you are locked out of being able to put out any more condemned counters.
Yeah.
Now, he does already have the wielder inspired, so in that sense, maybe he doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I mean, the bearer inspired is...
Bearer is not bad.
I
wouldn't say no to a bearer inspired, for sure.
Yeah, but having the wielder inspired...
You mind updating the score for folks?
Oh, I should do that. Yep, that is a thing that I
believe
am responsible
we are 3-0 at this point in Fish's favor.
So 3 in Fish's favor. So that's not working. Oh, it is slow.
One more.
Oh, there it goes.
Bearer charge, keeping the United.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He has the.
Yep, and I should update the game in the round. This is why we do the pink slip match.
Yeah, get some practice in before
so we know what we're doing here.
Stream happens tomorrow. The crits match, but I believe Brian had 2.
Yeah, with the United.
Yeah, Brian had 2 successes with the United, so he got the damage through. It appears no drive back, but that is still only putting for us at 3 out of 5 health.
Yep.
She just keeps hanging in there. This is Brian's final activation for the round. Defiant Duo, so he can likely choose to go on guard.
Heal one and then go on guard with another.
Because he is the underdog, he is allowed to choose any 2 United fighters, although I don't... So I'm not... So he doesn't get the benefit of his heal, but he can put out a guard token.
Got it.
Because you have to pick United fighters for that card. So it's a little bit of a risk when you don't have enough fighters to have multiple groups of United.
Right.
It is still fairly close, but I feel like the positioning is quite good right now for the Ember Watch.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Ardorn was moving up.
So going after the bearer.
Yep. Now the bearer has 4 health, so This is accurate, but it's not necessarily going to be able to get a kill here.
Yeah. So we've got
Three
three
successes, I believe,
successes
into
and,
no successes
and
for
a
the
branching fate. He's got it in his hand.
If he has it in his hand, that is correct. He could pick it up.
It's good positioning by Brian to keep fighters united,
Absolutely.
even if there's a drive back involved.
Yep. Oh, yep. Another fighter for the third fighter damaged.
Yep.
Surprisingly good card. When first reviewing, I did not know how well it would play, but I feel like every time I've used it, I've been pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I like the spread of scoring options in Rack and Ruin.
It's been a very flexible deck in my opinion. Wasn't always super obvious, but
Yeah, if you've got a reasonable number of reasonably accurate fighters, you can get away with a lot.
looks like Brian is discarding a few objectives there. I am not entirely sure what those are, but I know it. I know one of them is a surge, and one of them was an end phase.
Yep.
I believe the one end phase was torn.
All right, so we're gonna scoring ploy master.
I scored Ploy Master because he played enough ploys this round. That is a fairly solid one to get early. And
discarding
something. I think that is. I can't remember the name of it, but is having 5 or more fighters with move or charge tokens.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just. Well, he should have picked that up actually. I think right because there was all 3 of his fighters and the 2 fighters from Brian's warband. I think he should have scored that. But
maybe.
either way. So Brian has 1 glory to Fish's 5. We have the roll off. It looks like Fish won the roll off again. Yes, Fish is deciding to take the first activation of round 2. Ardorn shooting at the bearer of the block. Bearer of the block still with 2 health left, but the flanked, making this fairly accurate. I do wonder though with this attack choice if there's some sort of objective that he's fishing.
I wonder about that. So 3 successes, got the crit.
And
there it
with
is.
the Raptor strike, very well played. Very
Yep.
well played. Get the extra ping, get the kill.
Accurate attack.
And then he's gonna get Frost out of there. Now, it does have to land inside his own territory on a deployment hex, so where is he gonna decide to set up? Probably somewhere away from the wielder, I would imagine.
I would think so.
Yep.
So illusory fighter have to be onto a starting hex.
I thought so, but I could be wrong. We can double check the wording on that card.
Yeah. Well, let's look that up.
Either way, a very good play to have when you have the opening salvo here with round 2, being able to get your fighter out of position after being pretty heavily damaged in round 1.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, even if she was put into a starting hex, I think she would still be in a relatively safe position.
Absolutely.
Also, it is a pink slip match after many beverages. Yeah, so then place that fighter in an empty starting hex in friendly territory.
Yeah, and I don't believe that hex is starting hex, but I could be wrong.
And we are also not going to intervene.
No, absolutely not. We are not judges. We are just commentating.
That's right.
I have to imagine Brian is feeling the pressure right now. Down 2 fighters. Wielder still a major threat, but with 5 health, neither Ardorn or Yark are really in any danger.
Yeah. Yeah, with no glory to spend on a great strength or.
Yeah, and his pairing does not include great strength, so it's not even an option. And I don't believe his pairing brings any pings along either. So his
That's
damage
true.
potential is just what's printed.
That's true.
Has plenty of accuracy, which is really what he needs. But
Yeah.
In this, oh, he might have Glory Seeker though. Yeah, good
Yeah.
call
I
bringing
think
that up.
that's the one option for Grievous at this
Which
point.
would work fairly well here if he has it.
It could go a long way, but he doesn't have the glory to put out for
no
it.
way to play it out. I don't know. Having brought Deadly Synergy, having lost 2 fighters, that makes it pretty hard to have United in play. Now, he does have the one upgrade, I assume, in his deck, so he can have Tyrant a battle. I believe he just played out Canny Sapper, so he is in position to be able to teleport the wielder. Barasa is absolutely still in threat range at this point.
Yeah. So the question is, does he have the cards to play?
Absolutely. Can he afford to cut more cards to be able to get that teleport off? I didn't catch what that upgrade was, and I don't recognize it.
That one's.
Oh, he moved Canny Sapper.
He moved
Okay.
Canny Sapper. Okay.
Interesting choice. I would have thought he'd want it on the wielder. The threat range from the wielder right now is 4 hexes, and I have to imagine getting the Farasa kill has got to feel important. That would allow for the revive.
Yes.
He could try and use the teleport from his War Scroll here if he wanted to reposition. That may be the reason for doing it this way.
Well, that's true.
But to that end, Army of 2. Okay, so in the next activation, he has a United Fighter.
That helps.
Regardless.
That helps.
Yep. Little accuracy boost. And he chooses to break Canny Sapper to tell. Okay, so I guess he is choosing to try and go after Ardorn here, I would imagine.
It's got to be what it looks like. There's
Great Fortitude
Great
for Ardorn.
Fortitude
So
comes
Ardorn's
out.
going to go up to 6 health. Make him very hard to take out.
Yeah. Now, Pillage and Plunder, Deadly Synergy, they don't contain any other Grievous options, right?
Not much. I think just
nothing
what
in
we
the
talked about
yeah,
of
yeah.
Glory Seeker is
Yeah,
really
there's
the
nothing
one.
in the ploy department for them there, right? There's no twist the knife,
Yeah, that's in Blazing Assault and
Emberstone.
so it looks like a charge then here. Try and hit Ardorn.
Oh, they have the War Scroll ability.
So he's very accurate on this attack, which is good. 2 successes with the crit. That's very good. Oh, but the absolute stellar defensive rolls.
That is
Ardorn turns away
crushing.
the Wielder's Blade. The drive back is still in play, but I'm not sure how much it matters. Choosing to duelist into the position that Ardorn was in.
That is a crushing defense roll.
Absolutely. All the momentum was already in Fish's favor and continues to roll hot.
Yeah.
Accurate is going on Ardorn. He is now going to have +1 dice. That is, or a reroll. Sorry, excuse me. That's Keen Eye is for +1 dice. Accurate gives you the reroll, and that makes him for a very accurate fighter. Going after the scripter here. Wow.
Oh,
all right.
so
that tells us
yep.
a little bit of what we need to know in that he is probably fishing for his branching fate there.
Yep.
There's not really a good reason to give up a potential success if you don't have that surge in hand.
Yep. Oh, so I wonder where he's. So I was wrong
earlier
about,
on, it was not critical effort, but now he has it. Did not catch what his early score was. It was another surge, though, one of the Blazing Assault surges. Duelisting on to objective 2 there. I have to imagine just continued denial for the pillage player. At this point, it is feeling a bit rough. He's probably going to dive there for the express purpose of trying to score some of his surges with
Yeah.
pillage. No successes on that roll.
Yeah.
That is pretty poor to not be able to pick up anything there. The positioning is good, but you really got to start being able to put out some damage. And there's the delve, as expected. Any surges from Brian for that delve, though? It would appear not.
Yep.
So setting up for an end phase, probably not entirely sure what he'd be going for. Could be delving 3 different treasure tokens. That's going to be hard at this point in the game, especially with Fish covering up 2 of those 4
Yep.
non-delved.
It could be the delve multiple times.
It could be. Deadly Aim's going out. It's going on Ardorn. The ghosts are absolutely not going to like seeing that come out.
That is a tooled up Ardorn if I have ever seen one.
Yeah, he is ready to bust some ghosts, as you might say.
Which of the Ghostbusters do you think Ardorn would be?
You're assuming I can remember the names.
Yeah. I'm sitting here confessing also that I don't know enough of them to know that to know which one they would be. I guess Vingman, presumably the leader.
Presumably. Taking a range shot. I assume he's going to be using Ensnare on this. He 2 crits and a hammer. He's really trying for the Branching Fate, but he's just rolling on too many successes.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard. It's a tough life. Fish is leading over here. His fate is not branching. It seems fixed. On crits.
Absolutely. With the current standing with the scores of 6-1, I think Ardorn has a little leeway though to keep fishing for that Branching Fate.
Yeah.
One more activation for the Stormcast in this round. I would wonder if that's going to be a charge to finish the round to try for a higher damage attack, or if he's just going to be content to sit on the tokens and play the denial game at this point.
In the chat, Josh W says he only remembers Bill Murray.
Very fair.
So, yeah, but I don't remember Bill Murray's character's name. So
no. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and 2 other guys.
Yes.
So we are currently in Brian's 3rd activation. Bit of a tough spot here. We've already charged with the Wielder the Blade and with the Scriptor. Scriptor can make some more attacks, but those ranged attacks are, as we've seen, not super reliable when you're attacking fighters with multiple defense dice on block.
Yep. Yeah, I think you know, at this point, do you maybe put the Wielder on guard and
just try to survive till round 3?
Try to survive. Maybe position yourself. Reposition slightly.
You could.
With Duelist.
The teleport on the War Scroll is still in play. Haven't seen it happen yet. But that maybe is holding on to that for a later plan. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, you wonder when a good time comes. Oh, there's a handshake.
We see
with
the
a concession.
The very hot start from the Ember Watch decided this one early. I believe the concession is just moving on to the best try to keep things moving along for the next round.
All right, so let's I'll do the buttons this time. Let's
Yeah, let's-
reset everything.
I
Go down in glory.
I believe we have to imagine that with a re-rack here that we're hoping for a little bit of a more effective start, not losing both the sharpener and the bearer of the block right away out of the gate.
Yeah, that's a tough start.
It's a very tough start. Getting really behind on glory as well, not having access to any of your upgrades
Yep.
can make for a very tough match. I think knowing you got best of 3 and a time limit is often pressure to then say, you know what, I think I recognize that the path back to victory here is very slim, and it's better to just keep moving so we have time for the next round.
I like that, and I think one of the great things about the World Championships and the official games is that there is no want for time.
No,
in the games.
with 3-hour rounds, folks will have all the time to make all the decisions and play everything out to its fullest extent.
Yeah. Which,
Uh,
which is I think which is really good for the championship level play.
Absolutely. When you want people to be able to play at their very highest level, you don't want people to have to be making mistakes because of a time crunch.
Yep.
Yeah. Very much appreciate that in the world's competition.
All right. So opting for a Spitewood board here, which means that the Aqua Granis tokens are in play.
Aqua Granis is in play, and we also have the 4 Waystone Hexes side. For folks who maybe have not seen Waystone Hexes yet, these are the 4 green bordered hexes. It's a little hard to make out against a green background board. It's one thing that I've found a little bit annoying, but they have these blue runes and all of those hexes denote being able to reroll an attack or defense die when you are standing in them.
Yeah.
Often helpful for a warband such as the Headsman's Curse, where their accuracy is one of the most important factors of the warband.
Yep. Yeah. And you got to wonder if Fish doesn't hate this board.
Oh, I would imagine he probably doesn't. One of the things about these boards, when you know that your opponent cares about standing on tokens and you don't, is that it allows you to position those tokens in such a way that you have landing spots with your Waystone Hexes.
Yep.
So when you're going to disrupt the people standing on tokens, you have a little more accuracy to do so.
A very sporting deck cut from both players there. Just shifting the top.
Just the tip,
just
you might
the tip.
say.
So, and then did it equally, which is good to see.
It's reciprocal, you might
That's
say.
right.
The hope here is that for both players that does not screw up their hands in any way, but you never know.
Fish seemed unhappy with his objective cards because he did take the mulligan on them.
He did. He took his mulligan. I imagine with a Blazing Assault rack pairing, there's going to be a number of hands where you really want to see probably multiple surges so you can get the ball rolling right away.
Yes.
So aggressive mulligans almost certainly are something that is in his mind when he is playing this deck.
Yeah. In that pairing, kind of the end phases come.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Like getting those surges out to get, as you said, to get the ball rolling, to get the glory on, so that you can just pile in on the aggression.
And for things like critical effort and branching fate, like we saw in the last round, when you are chasing rolling 3 dice with different faces or rolling crits, sometimes it takes a while to get there. So if you have the opportunity to have those in your opening hand, you are likely to have more chances at it. So I imagine he is probably trying to dig for something like that to start the round.
All right, so now we get to see the token distribution.
Yep, Fish has his 2. Brian has 2, Fish has 3. Fish has to place first. He chooses to place fairly defensively. Most likely because he wants to keep the token away from Brian, because he knows Brian is playing Pillage, and being able to delve in enemy territory can mean a surge score almost immediately.
Yeah. Well, and then we'll get to see the alternate fighter deployment. This is what I would consider off normal.
Right, because of the Aquagranus tokens.
Yeah. The feature token placement.
Okay, so we are basically loading up just one side of the board here.
Yeah, I wonder about this on Brian's side if maybe he was a little too focused on hanging back, and that ended up punishing him to some degree.
Could be.
And with a more aggressive feature token placement, he can still be aggressive, which Headsman's Curse is very good at.
They very much can be.
And still have the opportunity to score glory in the way that Pillage and Plunder lets you.
Absolutely. I think that could definitely play a factor. I do wonder if the Aquagranus will factor in much because of the ability for the Emberwatch to suddenly appear on the enemy side of the board when they need to could mean a fair chance at that extra glory for Emberwatch.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's interesting to see these two warbands across from each other with the Aquagranus tokens
Absolutely.
in play, because the Headsmen also have a teleport.
They do.
So they could just choose at any point to end a round on an Aquagranus.
They could. And two fairly aggressive strategies, which sometimes don't lend themselves as much to wanting to take an action just to move and stand on Aquagranus. So a bit of an interesting play. We're continuing to see fairly aggressive deployments from both sides, though. Now, where does Ardorn go? Very aggressive, or does he stay back a little bit?
Slightly less aggressive. Not aggressive at all.
Feels like a lot of thought. uh, uh, very possibly, Josh. Very possibly.
Yeah, Josh commenting that Moscow Mule.
And Moscow Mule might have done a little bit.
I'll just say that I'm thankful that I am not playing. The margaritas would have done me no favors.
But we do get a single on the
single.
And we have the
so
tie.
just complete reset. A single and then a hammer.
So Brian wins the roll here. The extra power card goes to Fish. We will see. It looks like Brian is scooping it up. He wants to go first. Into round 2, first activation. What do we think Brian has learned from the first round?
Yeah, yeah. So I'll go back to what I said earlier. I wonder if maybe he was not aggressive enough.
It could be. Put the pressure on the Emberwatch so that they have to be on the back foot. Less flexibility to use those abilities to their advantage, and potentially not want to be charging so deep into enemy territory.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how the United plays itself out.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if it is intentional or just happenstance, but being able to start with the Wielder and the Sharpener united could factor in slightly.
It seems an advantageous place to be.
At the very least, there is at least one surge that you can score because your opponent missed attacking against a united fighter. So that could be part of the
All right,
thought process.
so condemning for Asa.
Frost it is familiar play. We saw it at the beginning last round. Frost is the most aggressively placed, so we go ahead and mark Farasa to start this round as well. With a quick charge onto enemy treasure here, the likely play then means there's some sort of objective requirement here. A crit and a success, though, on that attack. That is fairly good.
Great roll.
Gets that through. I have to imagine with the 1 damage, he's going to be also wanting to drive back so that Farasa doesn't get free attacks in response.
Oh, so no drive back.
No drive back. He's going to do the delve, though, as we expected,
to
claim the prize for charging in enemy territory. Which also tells us that is the restricted card that Brian chose to include in this deck.
Yep. So we get an inspired scripter.
Yep.
Cackling, cruel words.
Absolutely.
At the Emberwatch with even more effectiveness at this point.
Reading his most sinister list of names for execution. Frosta's potentially on that list now after being
Yeah.
marked.
She was on that list last round
She
and
certainly
managed to
was.
skirt herself out of it.
They got close. That healing potion came in clutch.
All right, so we got to
Waiting on a power from Fish. So Brian has a choice.
Ooh.
This is a tough one. I have to imagine that the push here feels pretty bad. Brian is likely wanting to stay on those tokens.
Stay on the tokens, stay united.
But taking a damage at this point probably is feeling worse, I imagine, given how things
All
went in
right,
the
so
last
Brian
round.
has chosen the damage.
Brian is taking the damage and is
Putting
going on the wielder.
on
So
the
he's
wielder.
down to 4 health now.
That is
That is an interesting choice.
Yeah, so he's further back. Without burning War Scroll abilities, two
And in
Two attacks
response,
is a
Brian gets his own ping off.
trapped cast.
He gets Ardorn down a little bit. Ardorn is very far in the back of that board, so I do wonder what the plan is to get to Ardorn.
Yeah.
Now, it is worth noting after those 2 pings, we do have 3 fighters already damaged, so it is possible that after scoring some surges that we could that score early again.
All right, so 2 hammers
A shot
going
from
into the
Narg.
wielder. Rolled
2
2 swords, no
swords.
successes.
A little different from last round.
Yeah. No successes from the bearer or wielder either. So
correct. Not particularly relevant in this pairing.
No.
The only time you would have to roll when you see your opponent roll no successes if you know your opponent is running Cataclysm on the other side. But sometimes a good habit to just keep doing it so you don't.
It is a habit that has made its way into all of my games. I think more due to the way that the end of the first edition of this game worked itself around, where there were so many cards that
Absolutely
relied on your opponent not having successes or you having more successes than your opponent.
We get share the load from the sharpener moving over and delving again. This is likely setting up for end phase scoring as well. There's a number of different options that he could have from pillage, and being able to do so with a fighter who is relatively unimportant for the aggression is actually a decent stall tactic.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a nice setup there for the sharpener being on a cover hex, being united.
Yeah.
I don't know that the stagger matters that much at this point.
Probably not a lot. The reroll is still it'll still factor in, but Sharpener gets his temporary plus defense dice. That can certainly be enough just to deter an opponent from attacking. It looks like Brian has scored 2 surges, so he's up to 2. That should mean that we are back to the power step for the Ember Watch. Fish is going to have some choices to make. He has no glory, so if he's holding onto a grip of upgrades, he's probably got nothing to do. It looks like everyone passed. Frost is going for his charge.
Vicious Intent. This comes for 5 swords.
So a lot of dice here. Very accurate attack. See 2 crits for a very, very likely success. Close.
That was close.
Brian coming very close, but not enough. As 2 damage with a drive back breaks the United. Potentially important. Teleporting Ardorn in
again
a position to start to threaten. That was a very similar tactic.
Yep. Bloody and Bruce.
Bloody
Yep,
and Bruce,
which you
as we
had called earlier. Yep.
On the board, and the position looks fairly similar to as it did.
The damage is all stacked on the wielder at this point, which is
if the wielder goes out early, this could be
pretty scary.
Fairly problematic for Brian, to be sure. Wielder going down is a problem, but it is and we get hidden 8 again on Ardorn. Very similar. We have
All right,
a
and then a
commanding
commanding
stride
stride.
to push back in. Farasa is definitely a potential chop here. And we confuse.
Oh, confusion to break
Break
the
United.
United.
Very well played. We're having getting some commentary from the table. because
Yeah,
it's
right.
quiet
Maybe
in
we're
here,
speaking too
and,
loud.
Fish is not confident in his play there. But I think breaking up the United is potentially good. Still has single supports though, so at least from the defensive standpoint, no real difference.
Yeah, but it could be blocking glory.
Could be.
So
could
certainly.
be. There are a number of objectives that do require United fighters. Yeah, no bonus from the sharpener if you're not adjacent. So that is also a good point. Davey, like, point that one up to us.
So it's a good shout, Davey.
It's like he's done this before.
Yeah. Charge bringing back the United.
So the United must be an important factor here to be willing to not get 2 attacks off with the wielder.
Yep, he's wetting the blade.
Yep.
Gives it Grievous.
Gets the Grievous. Is gonna pop the
so swords and
swords, and so he's got everything but double supports are successes in this attack roll. So fairly likely to go through. No inspired yet.
2 successes.
So he's got 1 defense dice. 1 crit would help, but
No.
and that is for a dead for us. And that is going to be
It's 2 bounty.
2 bounty, and inspire. Inspire is probably fairly big, but Ardorn is certainly in position to do some work.
And I mean, even at this point, Yarick's melee attack is 2 damage.
It is, but Yarick has charged at this point.
Oh, that's
Yarick
right.
Is not
Yep, there's the missing tokens.
We have Defiant Duo, so we're going to get a heal and a guard token. Very, very clearly going to have the heal on the wielder. Then the sharpener can go on guard, sort of offsetting his stagger a little bit there.
Yep. Yeah.
The extra defense dies. The on guard becomes a very difficult target.
On guard, United. In cover.
Yeah. Which means an adjacent attack. Nothing is a success.
Yeah. All things are successes.
Very rare situation. As we expected, Ardorn trying to get
the
this
charge.
early kill.
Determined effort.
So a very accurate attack here. I imagine it's 4 dice.
Oh, because he's the underdog at this point.
That looks like 3 successes. That is going to be very hard to stop. A
crit would go a long way here.
Yeah, without the crit, he's now going to get to use his
and then a Raptor Strike.
Raptor Strike to finish him off. And there goes the wielder.
Yep, and that is
round 1.
3 bounty.
No, 3 bounty. This is not looking good. Brian is potentially in some trouble here.
That Raptor Strike.
Raptor Strike is very strong, very good. For folks who played back in first edition, this is almost exactly Twist the Knife, which was a very strong card back in the day.
And it is a reflection of the Farstrider's Gambit.
I believe
glory ability.
Great speed that went out.
It does look like he did not spend any glory.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, and that gives him a little extra movement. I'm not sure that he needs it right now, but he might have a plan in place for maybe moving to a feature token.
Oh, that seems like that could be relevant.
Token might be important right now.
Could be.
With his Stormcast both charged out, he is also probably limited to just ranged attacks on this final activation.
Yep.
All right.
The move and the delve.
Just moving for the score here.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, Brian will not be able to get Strip the Realm here. I don't know if he's running it, but we still have Yarick holding that treasure token. Strip the Realm is out of the question at this point.
That is the objective that I always make it a point to remember and then
Yeah.
never do.
it can get away from you sometimes, right? That's a very interesting play here for the final activation of the round. Some benefit to having the final activation here on the Spitewood board is that if you don't have anything better to do, you can just go stand on that Aqua Granis token and get a guaranteed bounty for it. And in doing that, you are able to heal. He's playing the sidestep to move into an edge hex so that he can deny the scoring from Rack if he is holding the objective for having no fighters in edge hexes.
Oh.
So Torn Landscape is going to score here.
That is.
And I'm not sure if Brian is thinking. He must not have scored anything else.
Yeah, at this point, he's got to be deliberating on discards.
Whether to discard anything. Perhaps Strip the Realm could be something he's thinking about getting rid of. It's hard. It's a hard card to get rid of, but there is Hostile Takeover is the card that he is choosing to.
All right, keep chopping.
Is fairly easy one. And then
Alone in the dark.
Much harder one to deny in this matchup.
That is, and then he will get an additional for the Aqua Granis.
After all the scoring
after
is done,
everything is done.
Yeah, he will get one more bounty after upgrades have been played. So great strength going out probably on on Yarok.
Onto Yarok.
So he's got his options now with fighters who can deal pretty decent damage. What cards do you think that will be played out here in the end step?
Yep. So nope. We're moving on to the Aqua Granis.
The heal is happening. He's getting the extra glory. And we're redrawing. So the score is fairly close still, but the board state is slightly, I would think, in favor of the Emberwatch once again. Now, it should be noted, the bearer is still a competent fighter. There's no reason that the bearer couldn't do more work. Without the wielder, there's a lot of the war scroll that's just kind of not accessible anymore.
Well, I mean, he has already used the Whet the Blade.
It's true. He's used Wetting the Blade. He's used
the Cackling Cord.
Cackling Cord, yeah.
So he's still got Discorporate. Discorporate,
yes. That's a $5 word right there.
It is. Success.
Right, so Fish is taking the pot shot, not choosing to move off of that token. I believe he's going to score critical effort here.
Critical effort.
There it is.
Yep.
Those surges from Blazing Assault, they really.
They're so much fun.
Eventually, they just get there. You roll enough dice.
That's my favorite thing to do in this game.
It is a lot of people's favorite thing.
That's just the Knives of the Crone were.
You get like
to roll so many
10
dice.
times more dice than everybody else.
It is as long as your attacks hit.
Potentially for no real good reason, but you certainly get to roll lots of dice.
Yes. Yeah, so the pairing that Fish is running with his Emberwatch is the exact pairing that I took to the Madtown Throwdown with the Knives of the Crone.
Very good, very good. Which I believe you beat me handily in that.
I did. There was one round where you came in strong, and then I've been meaning to say something to you about this, as after the fact, much after the fact of our third game, I realized that I was just running the score up against you at one point. In an end phase, because I looked over and you had scored not a lot of glory, and I was continuing to just
fine. I understood.
Pour it on.
I can't make out what that card is.
I'm not sure.
I believe it's from Pillage, but I cannot make out what it is.
So that is Swift Step,
which is going out now.
Let's see if we can deduce.
Look through some cards here.
What that?
Figure out what that ploy is. Either way,
explosive charges.
Explosive charges. So he gets a little bit of extra movement here. I'm not really sure that he needs a lot of extra movement for the plays here. That extra movement would probably come very in handy when you're needing to get to treasure tokens that are a little too far away. Um, Given the current board state, though, unsure as to whether that is a needed speed increase.
Yeah, I wonder if there is a goal to attempt an overrun onto Yarick
Very possibly.
with as many fighters as possible.
Yeah.
So I think if we
All right,
can,
Titan of Combats, he will always be united now with the Bearer of the Block.
that is,
It's a fairly good upgrade. It's essentially Hidden Aid plus, adding a little bit of scoring potential on top of
oh,
that flanked bonus.
yeah, the bearer has got to be move with explosive charges is move
Absolutely.
a ton at this point.
Yeah, it would be quite a lot, but we are charging into Yarick, and I think to your point, it is likely that he is thinking about that overrun.
Go for the overrun and keep Yarick away from as many
About a
future
coin
tokens as
flip on this.
possible.
2 successes though. He needs the crit to not have it. All right, so no overrun, but he will get the attack off. Clearly with the drive back, the intention is likely here that he wants that token. He could have the end phase objective. He
Swift
has
step
duelist
or
Swift
duelist.
step.
Yeah.
After the charge.
Yep.
So he is able to do that regardless. So it didn't need the overrun. And then now he's going to go on guard. This tells me that he is likely holding the end phase objective for holding a token that an opponent held at some point earlier in the round. He's going to sidestep. Slightly closer with Farasa. Now he does still have access. Okay, so he is playing the push for the surge. I believe he still has access to his final War Scroll ability to add the extra range to the attack as well. So,
Which could be used for.
This could be quite good here in trying to lay some more damage on.
Oh, there's your extra die.
He is likely setting up here. Ardorn is quite accurate at this point. The extra dice.
And accurate.
So
an extra die and a reroll.
And having no charge tokens, he can certainly take his time chipping away. Yep, and there it is. Getting the free swing with his melee weapon so he can have a little extra damage.
Twist the knife. That is brutal.
He gets the potential for the kill here if he can get it to go through. With 2 successes, 1 reroll says just 2 successes. That could be enough though, and with one success, that is not going to do it. That is going to be the kill.
And the bear is 2 bounty.
I believe 2 bounty and a pretty sizable change in the board state here. As he is reduced to 2 ghosts left with very little damage potential to try and deal with 2 very tooled up Stormcast. Now all the tricks on the War Scroll have been used, but I have to say they feel like they've all been used.
I have to agree with you, Phil. Nothing feels better than to have used your abilities on your War Scroll and look at a game state like the one that Fish is currently looking at right now.
A dominant position, you might say. A card we all long to see.
Yes.
This feels like a game that has gotten once again slightly out of hand. We'll see if there's a way to pull this back out, but having a 6 glory lead and some very tooled up fighters, I have to imagine Fish is probably feeling pretty good about his position.
Yeah, it is. I'm curious what Brian is thinking about right now as he weighs his options.
I have to imagine he probably wants to try to get back on that token for some scoring, but that really is just walking right back into the teeth of this warband. And interestingly, with this positioning, unless he has a push in hand. All right, one success on the attack. And he gets the crit, so no drive
No
back.
drive back.
Feels pretty bad. If he doesn't have a push to get on that token, this could also just mean that Ardorn comes back in to cover that token up on the next activation.
Which probably denies a lot of anything that he could be looking for. Illusory fighter.
With the oh wow!
So
So
it's
then he
just
doesn't even have
another
to
attack
charge.
without the charge,
Try and get the kills here.
which is part and parcel to what Blazing Assault wants you to do.
Absolutely. You know, Blazing Assault really just wants to make as many attacks as possible, and I have to imagine. Oh man,
One success.
not particularly good there, but
Two
there's
successes.
the two, and you know he's on 2 dodge still.
The crit, so
just the crit,
reduce the damage.
so he will reduce the damage, but the attack is still successful. That means just
That was a big crit for Brian.
very big.
All right.
All right, charge with the sharpener. Gets on the token as have been suspected for this round. It really needs to be on that token that was previously held by one of Fish's fighters.
So
that would allow for a attack using the ranged attack, but I'm really not sure what the benefit would be there. All right. Attack roll's coming. We have a couple successes here. Just the one success. So the attack does go through. Can do the drive back this time. Damage is starting to add up here a little bit.
Yeah, slowly but surely could turn around.
Good.
There we go. All right. So Phil's got to step away for a moment. So we just have me, FR Black Sheep. Thank you for joining the stream. We'll be streaming all week, Phil and I. This is Jared from the Battle Mallet. I have the pleasure of joining the What the Hex cast to stream the World Championships of Warhammer Underworlds this year. So we've got 4 exciting days of games coming up. All right, Ardorn, it looks like he is swinging into... got to be swinging into the scripter. He's got the crit with no successes. 2 damage and driving back, breaking the united front. No other ways to get damage through. So still a really good board state for Fish at this point. Got a strong game showing here. Things have gone in his favor, to be certain. I certainly been on the receiving end of other games like this, where Headsman's Curse does some work. All right, so Brian is going to use his Discorporate ability to move to any empty hex, and he is running into the edge hex super far away, probably attempting to block, stay close. It looks like Davey's going to jump in. Davey, you got to unmute. We can't hear each other.
Not my first rodeo.
Yeah, fair enough.
You got me on here now.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, we can't hear each other yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's Brian is soldiering on pretty well. He is did indeed, I think, make that play to block, stay close. And I overheard Fish saying, "I am in fact holding it this time." So
Nice.
sounds like he's at least slowing the rate of descent here.
Oh, and we would use the Aloni stand ability to get on and delve. Probably messes a lot of things up. So
Yeah, you guys might have mentioned this already, but I really think Alone I Stand is the kind of overlooked gem on that War Scroll.
Yep.
I think players who play that well can really leverage that quite a bit.
all right. So 2 more glory from Fish there in the end phase on the edge because there's a vulnerable enemy fighter, and I missed the first one. Brian is being extremely contemplative over the cards in his hand, which is fair at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, discarding got your back.
I think I know that Brian came up with this combo, but didn't really get a big chance to try it out too many things.
Oh.
Looking at the play on it, I just think the deck's trying to do too many different things positionally. Like he's being asked to get on tokens to delve them, but he's only got 4 fighters, and by separating them to do that things, then he's losing the united status. So I think that may have been a little bit of the downfall of this particular setup here, based on what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, so it could be that other warbands are able to play the same pairing.
Yeah, it could be. I think you just need more bodies, so you have more chances to have united, even though you're doing other things.
All right, so going into round 3, and then I was hitting a button, so I missed the roll off. I think I missed the round button twice. We'll get this down. This is why we do a pink slip match.
Practice.
Get lots of practice. So it's having fun. All right. Welcome back, Phil.
Thank you. Hope all of you listening.
Oh, you're muted. It's hard not to enjoy those dulcet tones, as you were saying.
Absolutely. Just hoping that everyone enjoyed the tag in with the dulcet tones of Davey. It appears we're seeing a scripter who is not long for this world.
Well, that is a crit and a hammer.
Success is not looking good.
That is a crit and a
crit is
yep. That is enough. That's another bounty for Fish.
Bounty and another fighter gone.
Get stuck in.
One of the easiest surges in the deck.
Yep.
And Fish is running away with this one.
This is coming across a resounding lead here, and has certainly opened up. And I just named it. The objective that you can score when there are no fighters in edge exit. Stay close.
Stay close is still an option, yes.
Yeah, great fortitude
coming out.
Gotta imagine that's going to go on to Yarick.
Yeah, probably deny the ability to really get killed here.
Yes.
Even if you can manage to land the attacks, he's going to have to do so many that it's pretty untenable at this point.
All right,
Duelist
so
going out potentially gives him a little more flexibility, get a few more extra attacks in if he can continue to run a position after attacking, but it's a tall order for the little guy. Ordinary Deathblow, though, gives him a little more oomph on these attacks, a little more accuracy.
And then Fireproof. That is
the absolute backbreaker.
That is rough.
Going in to say, nay, not today.
Oh, right, Brian. Yeah, Fish just informed Brian that was the card he drew for losing the roll off. That is literally salt in the wound.
Yeah,
at this point.
He didn't need to tell Brian that.
No, he did not.
But the intimidation factor alone is worth the information.
Certainly. This is. Yeah, so he's got so thankfully I think nothing that Brian has played is wasted. So it's not like he played ploys to do whatever it is that he is cooking up at this point.
Likely just slows down what his plan is. I'm not entirely sure about the charge here.
I think you're looking
no successes.
No successes. Oh, the crit. Oh, yeah, reroll because of the Waystone and no successes.
And it manages to put the damage out because of
one
Fireproof.
damage for Fireproof. And Brian, very sporting maneuver there. Fish was completely ready to put 2 damage onto Ardorn there.
Delve here.
Brian reminded him that Fireproof was in play. The Delve there. Are we looking for Strip?
Okay, Brawler, a really awful card to see when you're playing Deadly Synergy.
Yes. Yeah, because I believe that, I don't know, that upgrade is already come and gone? United Fight, so he is united.
He is united because he's the only fighter remaining.
That's right, and because he's united, his defense gets to go up.
So he'll get the extra defense to a maximum of 3, but with
Duelist.
Brawler, yeah, onto Ardorn, so he can just backing. Not entirely sure if there's a spot he's like working towards here.
I mean, you got to imagine if you were playing at your best, you know, a duelist onto the Aquagranus just to deny. Well, yeah, or you know, to heal and get the extra bounty. 3 defense dice, and he rolls 3 shields.
Yeah, the absolute
and then he'll get back on.
Oh, and so this way, even if he just had the drive back, he could still
reposition. Yes. Yeah.
Now, for the comment about the Aquagranus.
Oh, that is his own Aquagranus. Yeah, yes, that is correct. Yep.
But the Delve back, continuing to deny Strip the Realm, and likely many of the other cards in Brian's deck.
Yes. Oh, and that is another bounty for
and
Fish.
And at this point, with the being tabled, I have to imagine Brian probably does not have any more scoreable.
Yeah. Well, and even if he does have something scoreable, getting 11 bounty.
Yeah. Well, and he'd need more than that.
Stay close and Ploy Master. So that's another 3.
Another 3. Pushing his score up all the way up to 20. Outmuscle, he did manage the drive back with the United Fighter. I can't see what the other one is, but it's only a moral victory at this point.
Yeah.
Very well done by Fish with the extremely aggressive game plan.
Seemed to work out.
A very bit of a brutal match there.
Yeah, that was yeah, there were some pretty critical rolls, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, lots of crits being rolled and a lot going right for the Emberwatch. So a warband surrendered, pink slip match completed.
Yeah.
For all the folks who joined in to watch this, thank you very much. This was helpful for us as a test stream for tomorrow, but also just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a fun matchup. Brian decided to bring something a little bit off the wall.
Yep.
And not entirely sure that it's a bad choice, but pairing ended up not quite working out.
Yeah, yeah, but I think that's how Underworlds go sometimes.
It does. Dice and some card draw order. So.
Yep.
So Brian letting us know that he believes that he should have brought his gardeners, even though he wasn't willing to lose them in this pink slip match. I do believe they would have fared quite a bit better here.
Yeah. Yeah.
If for no other reason that Brian has a lot more reps using his gardener.
Yep.
But a very fun match.
Yep.
And
and a consolation Spent Glory sticker.
Consolation sticker
for Brian from
Fish.
Go
home empty-handed. He can
That's right.
Continue to feel good that he is able to rep some Spent Glory swag. All right, folks. I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks everybody for joining in. This was super fun, and we'll be catching y'all tomorrow as we start our live stream of the World Championships of Warhammer for Underworlds.
Yeah. So for What the Hex, I've been Jared.
Oh man, and I've been Phil. I didn't know we were doing outros.
I didn't either until I just decided.
Have a good night, everybody.
We'll see y'all.